There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one selected at random with a 20-minute time limit and record it live. This is the result. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Random DOS game show. And today, we're going into space for a gremlin game. Oh yes. Well, I don't know what's going on with that sound, but this is by Kaji Software. What a beautiful opening screen. Fills me with serenity, which I don't think the game is going to cause, but who knows?
We would like to welcome you as the latest recruit to TetraCorp's mining franchise program, opening up unknown sectors of space to enterprise and exploitation. Since 2221, TetraCorp has been proud to serve the extraction industry, working with pioneers in the deepest, most dangerous territories of the universe. By undertaking this perilous but necessary work, you have become a part of TetraCorp's illustrious industrial history.
Transmission interrupted.
Perhaps you might call nearly 300 years of industrial injury and death, low pay and wretched conditions illustrious. Perhaps you might be proud of a record of systematically exploiting workers of all races.
During the Imperial era to equip the then Imperial fleet, TetraCorp flourished under the whole of the Solaria dynasty. Our earliest endeavors were undertaken in conditions even more hazardous than those faced by today's miners. Full-scale war.
Ooh, space battle.
As time passed and the Empire was replaced by the Federation, the struggle for supremacy passed from the bloody battlefield of interspecies conflict to the more productive arena of commercial competition.
Terran aggression was not responsible for all alien mortality during the last 3 centuries, only for 68% of it. Much of that is due to big companies, the mega corporations as they are known now. Trade war is as deadly as any other kind.
TetraCorp is proud to serve those who, regardless of the current political situation, have continued to risk their lives to keep the industrial wars fed with the raw materials they need, to maintain the highest quality of life for all the peoples of the Federation, to keep the dream alive. It is now your privilege to share in the achievement of that dream. Welcome to the fragmented sectors. Welcome to TetraCorp.
What an excellent introduction. I mean, it is Gremlin, so I shouldn't be surprised. But this is Fragile Allegiance. Oh, look at that title screen. All right. I have no idea what to expect. Lovely menu. So we have the option to replay the intro, or we can do some tutorials. Will this be playable tutorials, or will it be, I'm not sure. Let's try colony building and find out.
This is the game arena. Click on the asteroid view screen icon for a close-up view of your asteroid.
Right.
This will take you to the surface of whichever asteroid is currently highlighted. Before you can build anything, you must allocate money to the construction fund. When you buy items from SciTech or from black market traders, the cost will be deducted from the money budget.
Okay. Let's actually play it and see if I can figure it out myself. Famous last words, I know. Okay, preset games. Beginner's luck encounters getting serious, three's a crowd, raising the stakes, the void crowded house, knowledge is power, full on, getting tight, and the ultimate. Or you can have a custom game. Okay, let's click beginner's luck. In this campaign, you start with the odds in your favour. A richly packed limited arena with a single reasonably friendly alien culture for company. Ah, sweet. If you're new to Fragile Allegiance, You might like to use this campaign to experiment with the game interface and find out more about your new environment. I mean, that sounds great. Let's go for that. Ooh, listen to that. Alright. So, we've got the galaxy view here, and we've got a single sector. And the nice lady from before said you click that button to change the view. So, we've got a little settlement there on asteroid ASTUSH 493. Well, that's catchy. So we've got production, usage, and surplus. So is this like a sort of turn-based economic strategy? Because if that's the case, this is going 20 minutes. So let's hit enter and go to this button here. Total expenditure for the last 6 months, right. So we have to allocate to the budget. So we're going to allocate 14,000 to construction, 14 to vehicles. We don't need that much for missiles because the neighbor is friendly, right? And then hit enter. Okay, now let's randomly click on buttons. So there's a report screen, which is nice with the I button, rather than them popping up at the bottom constantly and distracting you. What's this? Asteroid has no missile silos, so we haven't built anything. And we don't have any fleet. Okay. And then we've got a ship inventory. So, we have a transporter, which is patrolling. Presumably in orbit. Maybe that's that red thing there. Let's, go to orbital view. Can we see it there? I'm not sure we can. There may be another view. The buttons changed when I went to orbital view. Asteroid has no engines. Asteroid tracker required. Pause game. Oh. So we can zoom in on that specific quadrant. Look at that. I'm loving this interface. The only thing that is missing, obviously, is the mouse over tooltip. But, you know, this is mid-90s. You can't expect everything. And we have a database on various aliens and treaties and geo-surveys. Oh, this is hitting all the right buttons here. It's just pleasant to look at. You know, the presentation has been terrific. So, we've done this. I guess it's time to build some stuff, right? There's a grid overlay, and this is an isometric-ish view. Sweet. So, that's our construction button. So, let's have a look at the various things. Living quarters. Complete facilities for the comfort of 50 employees. Resi block. Living quarters for 150. Possesses full diagnosis surgery and cryogenic facilities. Nice. Oh, a pleasure dome. Wish I had one of those. Look at how shiny it is. Look at the little lights going on. They're having a massive party in there. Security center. Colony life is hard and dangerous. So, we do have a budget, but I think if we just construct living quarters, that'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? And then we get to place it. Can we hit the grid? Yes, we can. Oh, this is good stuff. Right. So we right-click to get out of that. That makes sense. This is all making sense. Medical center would be a good idea, right? Let's construct a medical center. Oh, I tell you what, it's not a turn-based strategy. It's a real-time strategy. And there's that transport I was telling you about. That just is at the top of the screen. Okay. So it's a real-time economic strategy game. Interesting. So if we look at our money, yes, our money's gone down. There's the total expenditure, 6,000. we still have some more money for construction, but we can allocate more. Let's just allocate a bit and just build some more stuff, because that sounds really fun. There you go, folks. You've got your pleasure dome. And of course, next to the pleasure dome, we'll have the security center. Okay. So the date is ticking on here. So I should have spotted that initially. I didn't for some reason. And we watch our little buildings being built. So that's cool. Ah, look. So we've got an orbital view. Look at the stuff going on in the background. That is so sweet. What does that do? Right, that's the database. So all we've got now is SciTech, which I shall explore shortly. And let's just have a look. Geological survey of the asteroid. Sweet. So what is SciTech? You have nothing currently on order. So we can order things. Defense. So we have various pods and stuff, but we'll not worry about defense currently. Incoming warheads before... Ah. You can cycle between the various things. Doubles the capacity of all existing and future power stores. So everything's running on power, presumably. And we need to order in from SciTech in order for things to work, right? Power, 1 megawatt used, yes. There's probably a thing showing us where our power is. Asteroid secure, no supervisor. So there's our power. We produced 8, we use 1, and there's a surplus of 50, which is nice. And we've plenty of air and food. Food is a bit of an issue. We're using 92 when we have 154. And similar with water. And there's also a radiation thing going on there. Okay, let's explore more buttons as these buildings are being built. Trade. Well, can't do much trading because we have not discovered the other race. Comms. Hello, Jane Fong.
I am Jane Fong,
Oh.
Federal Minister for Trade Relations. I also hold the post of Terran Ambassador for the fragmented sectors, and as such, I am your representative while your franchise runs its course. I do my best to ensure that the Terrans get a fair deal out in the sectors, although this is not always easy. Although I would not insult you by suggesting that you thought this was a soft option, until you have tried it, you have no idea how challenging it can be at times. If there is anything I can do to help, do not hesitate to ask me. Bear in mind also, however, that I am responsible to the Federal Council for the behavior of the Terran franchisees, and I expect that they will play their part in keeping our good name clear. I wish you the best of luck.
Thanks, Jane. We don't have anything in particular we can ask her, I don't think. Let's see.
I am
No, it's just a repeat. Okay, that's intriguing. So we can add personnel here. There are agents, and there are presumably personnel, supervisors. Nobody available for hire at the minute. So this is a whole sort of staff and diplomacy thing. Surplus air loss? That didn't sound good. Also, I have a voiced computer, sort of, which sounds a bit like Michelle Barrett, which is nice. Okay, let's hit the info button. All 1,000 units of surplus air on Colony Asteroid have been lost due to a pipeline rupture. And then we can clear that. Huh. We should probably have got a supervisor on that. Asteroid has no missile cells. I am just clicking buttons and loving life. It's so relaxing, you know? And this is just the basics, the absolute basics of everything, you know?
You have a new message.
Oh. The Federal Transporter will arrive in 30 days. Select new target asteroid if required. Okay, I don't think we need to, but 30 days from now, there will be a Federal Transporter. I wonder if it'll look like that one. And they will visit our franchise. It's like at McDonald's, you know, you get restaurants that franchise out McDonald's, and we've leased out this barren rock in order to create a colony. Very capitalistic, but an interesting kind of thing going on there. You don't click on the buildings either, by the looks of things. Unfortunately for Fragile Allegiance.
You have a new message.
Oh, right, that's the same message. It's just reminding us that we had it because we hadn't cleared it off, right? Yes, this is one of those where to really appreciate it and, you know, get into the meat and potatoes of it all, I would probably need to, you know, consult a manual. But I'm just finding the style. It has arrived. Okay, don't know what this button does. Clears it off. So, transporter patrolling, that's our transporter, right? And we have orders that we can give it here. We could send the transporter out. Huh. Let's do that. Doesn't appear to be doing anything when I click that. You can also form fleets, which is giving me Master of Orion vibes. That is never a bad thing. I played Master of Orion and Master of Orion 2. They're both brilliant games. See, I'm clicking there and nothing's happening. I wonder if there's a reason for that. Maybe it's just an orbital ship and it can't leave or something. Somebody in the comments will be able to tell me the various bits and pieces I'm doing wrong. So you can load the transporter with various bits and pieces. Various weaponry. So you can upgrade your transporter to be sort of like an assault craft or something. There's so much to explore and so much to look at that I've barely touched. What to do next? I will admit I am kind of lost, but in the best possible way. You know, when I was younger, I could have, you know, sat with a game like this for hours, just consulting the manual and figuring out all the bits and pieces. So we've spent the money on all our buildings. We can allocate more from the stockpile. But what to do? I'm not sure. Oh, there's that transporter. Right. 29 days to departure. And we can then shift various bits and pieces to the Federal Transporter in order to give us more money. But we haven't started mining. We've built some very, very basic things, but we haven't started mining. I wonder if SciTech has something. Mining. There it is. Right. So, provides the capability to locate and extract valuable traxium and nexus ores, which existing mines cannot extract. Double the output of all your mines, both existing and future. We'll double the output of all your deep bore mines. Allows the instantaneous transmission of orb between asteroids. Right. So, it's like an upgrade for mines rather than mine itself. Unless I'm mistaken. Let's have a look at miscellaneous. We've got asteroid engines, sensors, trackers, construction droids. These are put to work in your shipyards. Twice as many ships, right? Repair facilities, long-range transmission, right? There's all kinds of bits and pieces that I haven't looked at. We've been to par. Honestly, I'm completely baffled as to what to do next. But that's fine. I think instead of venturing forth and continuing further with this, I'm going to leave it, and because of the long intro, I am going to leave it as a time breaker, because the intro was absolutely fascinating. So what is Fragile Allegiance? It's a game that I really, really enjoyed. On the surface, there was a surface level enjoyment.
Warning.
But I didn't really get into the mechanics and the depth of what this game can offer. It looks like a really good and really interesting real-time economic asteroid-based colony management simulator, which is right up my alley. But I just couldn't get beyond that surface sort of toying about with the interface. It's one of those where you need to seriously read a manual to understand it, and I do apologize if I frustrated some of you with my constant clicking around and not understanding things. Definitely should have read the manual beforehand or looked at the tutorials. But yeah, looks like an excellent game, and I'll probably be coming back to it because it's, like I said, right up my alley. Fans of turn-based strategy games and fans of economic management games,
Warning.
will probably really enjoy this. And it looks like my population's going low and things are all going wrong. So I'm going to leave it here. And if you like me barely managing to play DOS games, it doesn't happen. Usually I really enjoy myself and I figure out what the game is up to. This is just a bit more complex than usual. Feel free to take a look at the hundreds of other videos on the channel, and if you like what you see there, you can always subscribe. And if you have put up with me floundering in strategy games for months or years, then you might be one of my excellent patrons or members who could organise this asteroid colony in a much more efficient fashion. Wonderful folk. Until next time.